Yo, welcome back everybody to the Club 11 YouTube channel, where we bring you a top 11 list from a variety of categories, and today we are covering the top 11 strangest animals on this planet. Let's get it! So we're gonna kick this list off with the leafy sea dragon, which is actually a perfect name for it, because when you look at it, it looks like a simple piece of seaweed, but it's actually alive. What's even more crazy is that even though they live in the water, they're very bad swimmers, so their leaf-shaped limbs allow these animals to perfectly camouflage in between the seaweed and kelps to avoid the predators. This animal was first discovered off the coast of Australia, and it proves that the ocean still holds many secrets. This is a rabbit that has so much fur, you honestly can't tell it's a rabbit. I bet you're expecting something different when I mentioned rabbit in the title, huh? What's mad is that the Angora rabbit is actually one of the oldest types of domestic rabbit. And another fun fact is that the Angora rabbit became a popular pet of the French royalty in the mid-18th century, even though it was named after Ankara, historically known as Angora in present-day Turkey. Now, how can we ignore the pangolin during this corona pandemic? There are a lot of weird creatures in the world, and the pangolin is certainly one of them. The pangolin is generally nocturnal and remains sheltered during the day, but what's mad is that it spends 20% of its time feeding. Now imagine you, as a human, spending 20% of your time eating. Damn! The pangolin feeds mainly on ants and termites, but also other insects, using its slimy, sticky tongue to get in those difficult places. What's crazy is that it's also one of the most trafficked animals in the world, and although it was first thought to have caused the spread of COVID-19 from bats to humans, recent evidence suggests that these cute animals are not to blame after all. I mean, come on, take a look at this breed of dog. Do you really think that this breed of dog was made to look like this? You'd think someone spent hours and hours creating dreadlocks on this dog from its fur. But nope, and these images right here is exactly what the Commodore looks like. The Commodore's coat is long, thick and about 27 centimeters in length, which is actually the heaviest amount of fur in the canine world, and still reminds me of a mop or something you see from a drive-through car wash. Now from the weird to the creepy, I present to you the axolotl. Yes, it really does look like that in real life, and that's why it's on this list. Native to Mexico, this strange animal is a salamander from the amphibian family. In adulthood, its average size is 30 centimeters, the largest of its family. However, some of these animals can reach over 43 centimeters. Mad. When these animals reach sexual maturity, it is visible by a change of color on the tip of their fingers. So on a light individual, the fingers will become black, while on a dark individual, the fingers will become white. Now that's some fascinating stuff right there. So for number 6 on our list, we have the bilby, a traditional animal from the deserts of Australia, well known by the Aborigines. This animal spends most of its time in a hole dug in the sand, and only comes out in the dark to feed on plants, insects and spiders, and sometimes even other small animals. Therefore, it is an omnivorous animal. What's interesting about this animal is that the female usually gives birth to 2 or 3 pups, which will then live in the marsupial pocket where the nipples are located, and they will continue to grow in these pockets until they're ready to be independent. Let's talk now about one of the strangest and rarest animals in the world, from a family that you wouldn't expect to see on this list. A crocodile, specifically the gharial. What's crazy about this animal is that a typical gharial will reach between 12 and 15 feet in length and weigh up to 2,000 pounds. That's more than my car weighs. Because the gharials are not well suited for land, they spend most of their time swimming in clear fresh water systems. And in fact, they only leave the water to bask in the sun or rest in the shade in order to regulate their body temperature. Pretty clever stuff if you ask me. So for number 4 on our list, we have the tarsier. The tarsier form a family of haplorhine primates that live in Southeast Asia, and apart from being very cute, they're easily identified by their huge eyes. However, don't be fooled by their innocent look. In general, these animals are like ninjas because they are nocturnal, discreet, and violent, which allows them to prey on insects, birds, and even some cases snakes. It may seem hard to believe, but male proboscis monkeys use their fleshy pendulous noses to attract mates. Scientists believe these enormous organs create an echo chamber that amplifies the monkey's call, impressing females and intimidating rival males. Similar to something in humans, right? If that wasn't fascinating enough for you, the proboscis monkeys are actually the most prolific swimmers in the primate world, frequently leaping from tree limbs and hitting the water with a comical belly flop. In fact, they're such good swimmers that they've evolved webbed hands and feet to help them outpace even crocodiles, which are some of its main predators. Now, I hate to break it to you, but the Sphinx cats didn't originally come from Egypt. These cats are actually born hairless because of a genetic mutation and started getting bred on purpose since the 1970s. Funnily enough, the Sphinx cats are known for their extroverted behavior, and so they show a high level of energy, intelligence, curiosity, and affection for their owners. You could call them a more dog-like breed of cats, especially as they frequently greet their owners at the door and they're very friendly when meeting strangers. And because of their special mutation and lack of protective fur, skin cancer may be a problem for the Sphinx cats, especially if they're exposed to long periods of sunlight. This is similar to humans with freckles and fair skin.
Ginger people do have souls, alright?
Let's talk now about the strangest group of animals in the world, the ribbon worms. They are the simplest animals to possess a circulatory system and a gut with a separate mouth and anus. Most species only reach a length of 20 centimeters, which is 8 inches long. But what's crazy about this group of animals is that particularly the giant species Lineus longissimus can reach a length of 30 meters, which is 100 feet. That's bigger than the length of a freaking tennis court. And it's the ability for such a simple animal to reach a range and size that big that makes it deserving of a #1 spot on our list. And that was it for our top 11 strangest animals in the world. So peace out, catch you guys next time, and always remember,